Hello, class, and welcome to Lifespan Development. My name is Dr. Neil Sogi, and I will be your instructor for this course through this summer. As you can see, I'm working in my workshop this summer, so I'm away from campus, and as such, I won't be available for you to meet in my office, but I am available through email and through Zoom. So, just a reminder that I check my emails on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, if you want a quick response, then email me right away Tuesday or Thursday morning, and by the evening, you will have your uh, email reply. Otherwise, you may need to wait a few days. And especially on weekends, I am on holidays for the most part, and so just a reminder that you might need to wait. If you send me an email on the weekend, you probably have to wait till Tuesday to get a reply from me. If you would like to connect with me over Zoom, please just send an email and we can set up a time for that. As far as the course goes, this course is Lifespan Development. And within Lifespan Development, it is really all about you. And so this is a kind of class that it shouldn't be too hard to motivate yourself about, because we all go through the lifespan. And so it's all about what you've experienced in your life and what you will experience in your life, because these are very common issues that we will be exploring. And one of the key things that I want you to take away from this class is that life is all about a crisis. And in Asian thought, a crisis is kind of thought of as a dangerous opportunity. And you can kind of think of different seasons in life as having their own unique, dangerous opportunity. It's dangerous in the sense that there are things that are scary that are going to happen, but it's an opportunity because it's an opportunity for growth and development. And when we think of life in those terms, then we can recognize that, yeah, there will be tough times in life, but these are also opportunities for us if we engage them with the kind of vigor that we should really engage a dangerous opportunity with. Then we can succeed and grow to the next stage. And so we can become more mature and more wise and more understanding of who we are. Now, a little bit about the way the course is set up. There are no scheduled lecture times in this class. It's basically set up as what we call asynchronous, which means basically each week you have certain tasks that you need to complete. And for the first few weeks, part of that will be a discussion. And in the discussion, what I would like you to do is post your initial thoughts by Wednesday evening, and then by Friday evening, read through some of your classmates' posts and reply to at least 2 of them in very thoughtful ways. And ideally, what I'd like you to do is, with your initial post, is do a little bit of extra research and identify where you got your information from and add those thoughts into the discussion. And that way, we start to develop a community of learning, and that is a real important part of college. College is literally a community of learning, and so that kind of gets us engaged with each other. It's not just about what I'm going to learn, but what can I also engage with others with. The other thing that I want to kind of highlight about the structure of the course is that there are different steps for each week. So typically, the very first step is doing some reading. Now, I've set up the readings to be electronic online, so you don't need to buy any books. And part of the benefit of that is some people just aren't very motivated to read. And so one of the benefits of having an electronic version is that you can, say, for example, copy and paste it into Word document, for example, and then the Word document can read it to you if you would like. Whatever you do, whether you read it or whether you get your computer to read it to you, I do encourage you to engage with the material. It's important to engage with the material. You can't learn if you don't engage. And And while you kind of might know some of the stuff and be able to pass, kind of pass a quiz here and there, you probably won't be really successful unless you actually engage the material. And since the material is really about you and what you have gone through and what you will continue to go through within your life, it's really important that you learn the material. So the first thing typically is to do your reading, and then to peruse the PowerPoint presentation. And a little bit of a hint with the PowerPoint presentations: at the very end, the very last slide, or the second to last slide on each week's PowerPoint presentation, there's a list of key terms as well as a question. A little bit of a hint: that's a huge part of the content for the quizzes. So be mindful of that. If you're wondering what's on the quizzes, well, I actually give you a lot of the questions for the quiz in the PowerPoint, so you just got to pay attention to that. Then we have the lecture. The lecture is usually about an hour, so it's not super long, and it gives you the core of what I'm wanting to convey for that week. The readings kind of flesh that out a little bit. The discussions flesh that out a little bit more. For the first few weeks as well, I'll want you to do a few assignments. One assignment is just a little quiz about what I expect in this course. And the reason why I have that is so that you're forced to actually read the syllabus and understand what the course is about, what the expectations of the course are about, what each assignment is worth, and where you can put your time, so that you understand all of that. Plus, it gives you a little bit of practice in the kinds of quizzes that I'll be using. And as far as the quizzes go, I typically like to have nice short quizzes. They're timed, they're only 10 minutes, and the reason why they're 10 minutes is so that you don't spend a lot of time Googling the answers. You either know them or you don't. So you read the question, you go, okay, I know the answer to that, and click the answer. And that way, there isn't a lot of stress. So if you do the readings, you watch the lectures, you look through the PowerPoint, you're going to do well in the quizzes. The other thing to kind of be mindful of, and this is where I'm kind of going to bring you back to the course content, and that is that, as Erik Erikson would say, life is about crises. And at each stage in your life, there is a crisis that you need to go through. So, for example, a lot of you are at the age in your season of life where you're going through trying to figure out who you are. And Erik Erikson would call that identity versus role confusion. So you're trying to figure out which path are you going to be going down in life. And so you're trying to identify, who am I and where I fit in, or you're going to fail at that and be struggling with where you fit in for the rest of life. So it's about working through that challenge. For some of you, it's about intimacy versus isolation. Who am I going to commit to being intimate with, and what kind of commitments am I going to make with that, or am I going to kind of choose to be alone and isolated from others? And that is a path that you'll be going through. And so these are the kinds of things that most of you will be going through at these different stages. Some of you are a little bit older, so you've already gone through those stages, and you'll need to be going through other stages. But I just want you to kind of be mindful of the fact that every week that we cover within this class, there will be something that informs you about yourself. And so it's really important for you to engage in that. Just a reminder who I am. My name is Dr. Neil Sogi. If it's too difficult to kind of remember my name, when you see my name, sometimes people will think, okay, his name is Soggy. It's pronounced Sogi. I will answer to Soggy. What most people do, though, is just call me Neil or Dr. Neil if they want to be a little more formal. And I do look forward to getting to know each one of you a little bit more, and I encourage you to engage this material because it is absolutely fascinating, and I'm sure that it will transform your life. You take care, and I hope you enjoy this course. Goodbye.